nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and humility.
But when the blast of war blows in our ears,
then imitate the action of the tiger.
stiffen the sinews,
Summon up the blood.
disguise fair nature with hard-favored rage.
Then lend the eye a terrible aspect.
I see you stand like greyhounds in the slips, straining upon the start.
The game's afoot,
Follow your spirit.
and upon this charge cry God for Harry, England, and St. George!
Well, son, I'll tell you. Life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It had tacks in it, and splinters, and boards torn up, and places with no carpet on the floor. Fair. But all the time I spent climbing on, and reaching landings, and turning corners, and sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light. So, boy, don't you turn back. Don't you set down on the steps, 'cause you find it's kind of hard. Don't you fall now, for I still going, honey. I still climbing. And life for me ain't been no crystal stair.
We are the hollow men. We are the stuffed men, leaning together, headpiece filled with straw. Alas, our dried voices when we whisper together are quiet and meaningless, as wind in dry glass, a rat's feet over broken glass in our dry cellar. Shade without form, shade without color, paralyzed force, gesture without motion. Those who have crossed with direct eyes to death's other kingdom, remember us, if at all, not as lost, violent souls, but only as the hollow men, the stuffed men.
Eyes I dare not meet in dreams. In death's dream kingdom, these do not appear. There, the eyes are sunlight on a broken column. There is a tree swinging, and voices are, in the wind singing, more distant and more solemn than a fading star.
Let me be no nearer in death's dream kingdom. Let me also wear such deliberate disguises. Rat's comb, crow's skin, cross staves, in a field, behaving as the wind behaves, no nearer.
Not that final meeting in the twilight kingdom. This is the dead land. This is cactus land. Here the stone images are raised. Here they receive the supplication of a dead man's hand under the twinkle of a fading star.
Is it like this in Death's other kingdom? Waking alone, at the hour when we are trembling with tenderness, lips that would kiss, form prayers to broken stone.
The eyes are not here. There are no eyes here in this valley of dying stars, in this hollow valley, this broken jaw of our lost kingdom.
In this last of meeting places,
We grope together.
And avoid speech.
Gathered on this beach of the Tumid River.
Sightless, unless the eyes reappear as the perpetual star, multifoiled rose of Death's twilight kingdom, the hope only of empty men.
Here
We go round the prickly pear, prickly pear, prickly pear. Here we go round the prickly pear at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Between the idea and the reality, between the motion and the act,
Falls the shadow.
For thine is the kingdom.
Between the conception and the creation, between the emotion and the response,
falls the shadow.
life is very long. Between the desire and and the spasm, between the potency and the existence,
Between the essence and the descent.
Falls the shadow.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is,
Life is.
for thine is the.
This is the way the world ends.
This is the way the world ends.
This is the way the world ends.
Not with a bang.
For the whimper.
Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow.
My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year.
He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds a sweep of easy wind and downy flake.
The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep.
Slowly, silently, now the moon walks the night in her silver shoon.
This way and that she peers the seas, silver fruit on silver trees.
One by one, the casements catch her beams beneath the silvery thatch.
Couched in his kennel like a log, paws of silver sleeps the dog.
From their shadowy coat, the white breasts peep of doves in a silver feathered sleep.
A harvest mouse goes scampering by with silver claws and a silver eye.
And moveless fish in the water gleam.
By silver reeds and a silver string.
That's it. Good job.
Yeah, we get to watch ours.
We'll have time later.